starting to go with over 6 months inventory. And that's important because those are the people with the money. Those are the people that are saying, whoa, wait a second. I'm not buying anything, but I do want to sell this. I want to go to cash. So Yun comes out, and just to quote him, one of the things he says is, indeed, the latest data on the NAR showed that existing home sales were at a 16-year low in April. Contracts to sell existing single-family homes and condos also declined in April. At the same time, mortgage rates have remained stubbornly high. Well, let's talk about stubbornly high. In my book, that's a misnomer, because an average, if you go back 30 years, 35 years, the average is about 6.5%, 7%, and that's exactly where we are right now. And I can tell you, and if you've been around me long enough, you know that my first home was in 1985, and I dare say I paid somewhere between 16 to 18% on my home mortgage loan, which was normal. I think the rate eventually got up to 20%. It just goes to show you that when somebody needs to buy a house, they need to buy a house. So don't let the mortgage rates dictate when or when you're not going to buy. It's there. Houses will appreciate over time. If you bought a house in 2020 during that crazy time, if you overpaid for your houses, guess what? It's worth about a third more today. Even though you overpaid significantly, your house is still worth more. Will it go down? Sure. You're gonna get a blip here and there, but what are you gonna do? If you're gonna live it, if you're just looking for a short-term investment, get the hell out. You don't want to do this. Go buy yourself, put some puts in, or take some whatever they do in the stock market there. That's where you get your volatility. But if you're buying a house to live in a house 5, 7, 10 years, you shouldn't have a problem with reselling that house. It's the short-term opportunists that are telling you that the market is bad. They're telling you that the interest rate is too high. It's not. It is not too high. So as far as Yun is concerned, I'm not a big fan of NAR. I think they are self-serving. I think, if you're looking for a steak dinner, lobster dinner, go to Chicago, have some dinner with them. If you're looking for legislative, they pass legislation just to have a win. Okay? Most of it has nothing to do with us or you as far as the legislation is concerned, and that goes for the locals too. Not a big fan of the local legislation either. So don't listen to these people. They have to put out good news. The news is it's all good. There's